Hi Aries, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading and we're going to do What is My Ex Thinking? Well, I have shuffled these cards really good. If you feel compelled, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to give it 3 more shuffles and we're going to have a 2-part reading. And let's take a look at what your ex is thinking. I'm going to give it 1 more shuffle. There we go. For Aries, what are your exes thinking? For Aries. Okay, so Aries, the overall energy of your reading is the 10 of Swords. Oh boy, that you went through a lot. There was a lot of pain that happened in this relationship. The ending could have been painful, the whole thing could have been painful. But the good thing is it's the 10. So these swords are going to start falling away. You're nearing the end of all the pain. They're just going to start dropping off, okay? So this 10 of Swords surrounds the entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, I have the Page of Cups. You felt like you were not getting the love that you deserved. This Page of Cups is a young love. It's very immature. That cup has a fish in it. So Pisces could be in your chart or in their chart around the reading. But the main thing is that there's no room for love in that cup. And I just don't think you were getting the love. Next to the Page of Cups is the Page of Swords. So that puts you on guard. I mean, it's like you noticed it. I mean, you felt it. And it was like you're in this energy of it better, look better, feel better, it better get better, or I'm going to have to leave this relationship. And that's exactly what's happening. And you're moving forward. You're moving on. You had the universe to your back. Actually, the universe was like pushing you along, whispering in your ear, nudging you to move forward. There's better things for you out there. The Wheel of Fortune, this is in your highest energy. So this is the universe, and they want to move you forward for your better. That's why it's called the Wheel of Fortune. So in your energy, so this center row is for both of you, but for right now, I'm reading the center row in your energy. Along with the Page of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords. This is truth and clarity. And I feel like you spoke up about not feeling the love, not getting enough love, out of this relationship. It's sitting right next to the 10 of Swords. So yeah, it was painful. Things were painful in this relationship. But like I say, those swords are going to be dropping off, falling off. Okay, so things are going to be moving forward. And that's for both of you. I have the 4 of Cups on the other side of the 10 of Swords in your energy under the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like they try to come back. It feels like they try to say, no, I love you, or, they try to make a love offer. They try to come back, but I see you refusing it. And it's a lot of it has to do with your being guided here by the universe to move forward. You have this urge. You need to move forward. So if this sounds like you're reading so far, it probably is. If it doesn't, it's probably not. And I would check your moon or rising signs. This is a general reading. So under the Ace of Swords, in their energy, their highest energy card is the Judgment card. So all of this for them has been a spiritual lesson. And it's usually some sort of lesson that the universe has been trying to teach them. And they might be getting it now. I really think they are getting it because the World card is right next to the Judgment card. And it's right under the Ace of Swords. So they've got it. They've got the truth. They've got the clarity. They understand how they treated the relationship. They really weren't giving enough into it, you know. And they understand it. And this is all about a spiritual lesson. It's like, God, finally understand. Because spiritual lessons are hard to learn. And I feel like you were just wrapped up in part of their lesson. You were there to help them learn a lesson about love, how to show love, how to cherish love. So next to the Judgment card here, their highest energy card, is the World card. They are entering a new cycle. It was painful for them too. You know, they had to go through a lot of pain of their own. But they are moving into a new life cycle. Now the Three of Swords is right next to the World card. I feel like they are moving past this. But and this Three of Swords is under this Four of Cups. They may have had a third party. But I'm really not quite sure yet. Let me take out the second half of the reading. Let me see what else comes out. Because I'm kind of feeling like they're learning their lesson about a third party situation. That's why they only had a little amount of love to offer you. Because they were, you know, seeing more than you. Okay. Take out more cards to clarify. Well, not just to clarify, I'm going to anyway. So, okay. So Aries, up here in your highest energy, right next to the Wheel of Fortune, moving forward, there you go. You're on your way. It's not fast, but it's not that, you know, terribly slow. But you are moving forward for your better. This boat is being pushed along but with a pole from rocky waters towards smoother, calmer, a more peaceful place in your life. It's sitting right next to the Three of Cups. Now, I think you're going to be reuniting with somebody. And I don't think it's them. I think it's somebody else. So you're moving along as the universe wants you to, and it's like you bump into somebody that you've known before, from high school or something like that, because I have the Three of Cups right here. And whoever it is that you seem to reunite with, it's a joyful reunion. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, how you doing? That kind of thing. Well, this Three of Cups is sitting right next to the King of Pentacles. So they might be an earth sign. You might have earth in your chart. You know, could be earth around the reading someplace. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But mostly, you know, mainly, it is about the energy of this card. And it's, look at that pentacle. That king, in your highest energy, right next to the Three of Cups, is looking at that pentacle. I think you're going to run into somebody that you may end up getting committed to. This person, this King of Pentacles that you have a joyful reunion with, a male or female King of Pentacles, they carry that pentacle with them. And that is security, stability, groundedness. It could be commitment. This is, that's why you need to move forward. This is your fortune that you're heading toward. You know, you're for the better. So, wow. So, under the six, my hands are cold. Under the Six of Swords is the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. You refuse, you don't want this other person back, and you decide to work on yourself. And so that's what you're doing, is you're going to end up focusing on yourself, your own well-being, your own security, your own stability, and you start to move forward here. That's what's moving you forward. Then that is right next to the Eight of Cups. Here is the walking away, okay? So you're decided to focus on yourself. This walking away kind of surrounds the energy over here. And it's about walking away from, I think you did put a lot of work into this other relationship. This walking away card is in both your energies, so I really can't tell who did the walking away. But you're also, it's the King of Swords is right next to the Eight of Cups. Male or female, this is air energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Might be in your chart, might be in their chart. But more importantly, this is about truth and clarity through conversation. And, this card, this Eight of Cups, I'm really feeling more like this is walking towards for you. Maybe it's walking away for them. But I think you're walking, I really feel like you're walking towards something here. And it might be this King of Pentacles. I think this is the same person as the King of Pentacles. I think this is, they might have air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but they carry that sword of truth and clarity. And they communicate. They communicate. I feel like there was a lack of communication in your previous relationship. So I feel like that's what I'm seeing here, is that's part of the walking away. There was a lack of communication, there was a lack of love, but you're walking toward it now. Okay, that was your energy. Now let's look at theirs. I have the Magician in their highest energy down here. This is their highest energy, the Judgment card. It's all been a spiritual lesson for them. So, the Magician. The Magician's here to reveal some things. Well, the Magician is really close. Remember, I wasn't sure about that Three of Swords. I really think there was a third party. I don't think it was anything special. I just think that they were, dating around. I don't see the player card. I just think there was someone else. And, but it looks like they are focusing on their work right now in order to recover. They learned their spiritual lesson. You were part of that. They're moving forward into a new life cycle. They're moving past this third party thing. And I think that's what their lesson was. Is if you're going to do third parties, this is what happens. That Ten of Swords. Okay? So I think they decided that they're just going to focus on themselves, and they're going to kind of like just ignore everything, move into a new life cycle. And right at the moment, I think that they are just kind of putting their head into their work. And also, this whole thing, the walking away that happened, it was a burden on them. This relationship was a burden on them. That's what all these wands, the Ten of Wands is. So now they are able to let those wands go, let the burden go. But the thing is part of the reason that this was such a burden for them was because they were in the middle of a spiritual lesson. And so once they learn that spiritual lesson, they can let all kinds of things go, like the swords and the Wands. And I think they're letting that Three of Swords go too. So this is under the walking away. This is where things got real to them, okay? Where the lesson, I think, actually happened. Without the walking away, I don't know if they would, you know, they're going to, I think the universe would just try to keep teaching them until they get it. So I have the Eight of Swords here. They carried this burden of being or acting the way that they were, being who they were, that the universe is trying to get them to move forward from. Anyway, they carried that burden for quite some time. They were like trapped into this cycle. See, they're moving into a new life cycle now. Thank goodness, huh? For them. So the truth and the clarity under this King of Swords, there was something that you said that really helped propel them to learn this lesson and to move them forward. And so they're no longer trapped in the weight of third parties. It's not easy. I mean, you ask people, they might think it's all fun and games, but it never stays that way. So the Eight of Swords is in their energy down here, and they were trapped into this lifestyle. But they weren't. They felt trapped. They felt like this was good for them. They felt like, you know, maybe they should get out of it. They felt like, you know, they couldn't say no. They couldn't say no to you. They couldn't say no to them. They couldn't say, you know. But their feet aren't bound. Their mouth isn't bound. They can ask for help. They can speak their mind, speak up. They can walk out of anything. They can walk away from anything. And I think they had to learn that they have total control over what happens in their life. Wow. So Aries, this was your reading, and thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance.